And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Rodgers now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Blazing start to the game for him. 4 plays, 4 passes. And look at him now, first and goal. Pretty good start.
Already down there. Now, they just don't want to settle for 3. See if they can put the final words in this script and knock it in the end zone.
Yeah, I just wonder what he's feeling out there right now because he looks so locked in throwing the ball. I don't know if he's thinking it's like 7-on-7 in practice or even something what we call routes versus air, where you just go through your game plan and your progressions and there's no defense out there. That's the way he's cutting through them right now.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Ryan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Rodgers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll find Clark open right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. On 2nd down, Ryan. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. To throw, it's Rodgers. A throw left side, complete to Clark.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little... Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, check 26. Jump out. Hey, 50. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Wide open. That's Clark. They lost him. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your score.
Over the middle, that's complete to Clark. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Now Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down. Rodgers buying time to his left. Caught out left side by Robinson. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. On first down, he's going to fire one, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A minute 52 left to play in this second quarter. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to...
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Now Rodgers, a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. On third down, it's Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Rodgers on 1st and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Ready. Let's go. 12.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now it's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Rodgers. Rifles one into the hands of Clark. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now he's going to send this one. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They get it to him running left, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Packers are pouring it on. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Falcons now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. The Cardinals add on to their lead. They just scored. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready. Back 25. Get up. 5, 25, sit down.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a play fake. Rodgers. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're running right through it. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
21. Hey, gun.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons are in for 6.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite-level production.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, check 26. Back. That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. This complete again to Clark. He's been a busy man.
Go.
That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On second down, here's Rodgers. And it's complete over the middle to Clark. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now on fourth down, is the punt team sending this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Falcons on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. Wait. Gun.
Here's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Robert Alford. Not a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now the pitch to Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Freeman again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready! Back 25! Get up! Motion. Get out!
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
20. Back 25.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Gun! Got it! 280! 11!
One last shot for Ryan. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor.